This is sudden and sad news for Hollywood tonight after actor Matthew Perry was found dead in the hot tub in his Los Angeles home just after 4 p.m. California time. Right now, no foul play is expected. Now, Perry was most known for his role as Chandler on the hit TV show Friends. In his memoir, the actor revealed his struggle with alcohol and opioid addiction, putting him in and out of rehab and experiencing health issues.
Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy, Seethruthescript here, back with another video. As I'm sure you've all heard, the youngest member of the 6 main cast from the Hollywood hit sitcom series Friends has just passed away at the age of 54 in his California home. And I'm talking about none other than Matthew Perry.
Today, to pay our respects to a wonderful friend, Chandler Bing.
Leading up to his death, he had taken quite the break from acting, as his last on-screen role was in 2017, and he went on to write a memoir that got released in late 2022, which gave quite a bit of insight into the personal battles he was facing despite having an extremely successful career in the entertainment business. I thought I would share a quick excerpt from his memoir on page 98 titled Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. It goes on to read, "I would give it all up not to feel this way. I think about it all the time. It's no idle thought. It's a cold-hearted fact. That Faustian prayer I made was a stupid one. The prayer of a child. It was not based on anything real, but it became real. I have the money, the recognizability, and the near-death experiences to prove it." So, straight from the horse's mouth, we hear him bring up the classic Faustian prayer or Faustian Bargain. And for those that haven't heard me read the definition for the gazillionth time, it goes like this. Faustian Bargain is a pact whereby a person trades something of supreme moral or spiritual importance, such as personal values or the soul, for some worldly or material benefit, such as knowledge, power, or riches. Faustian bargains are by their nature tragic or self-defeating for the person who makes them, because what is surrendered is ultimately far more valuable than what is obtained, whether or not the bargainer appreciates that fact. Truthfully, Matthew was a talented guy, and there's zero doubt about that. However, it just makes you think, what does he really mean by the Faustian prayer? Is it just a metaphor, or is he really trying to tell his fans something? Time and time again, we hear of celebrities with all the wealth, fame, and awards still battling with severe depression or addiction issues. The recent reports from TMZ have stated that they have yet to find drugs in his system, but they have found antidepressants, anti-anxiety drugs, and COPD drug in the house. COPD is short for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. That drug is often used for people who have emphysema or chronic bronchitis. Matthew was a smoker during his life. The LA County coroner will conduct a toxicology exam to determine if there were any drugs in Perry's system, but that could take months. So seriously though, what really happened to him? How does one go from peacefully playing pickleball in an affluent California suburb to drowning in a tub 2 hours later with no signs of foul play or immediate signs of drug abuse?
Wait, but the picture is supposed to say Geller and Dean to be married, not local woman saves drowning moron.
So let's break this all down using English gematria and date numerology to see how the numbers match the details they're giving us in the mainstream. But before we talk about the numbers, let's quickly point out his last few Instagram posts, specifically the last 2. On October 22nd, Matthew had posted to his Instagram this eerie video of him pointing his camera up at the moon, with the caption, "Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? I'm Matman." He kept referring to himself as Matman, a play on Batman. I found this interesting as Matthew had actually died during a full moon, which is often a focal point in Batman images. Here you can see Batman posing in front of a full moon, and you can see countless of those images. But his last post to his Instagram, which happened to be on that same night, was one of the more eerie forms of foreshadowing that we've seen recently. As you can see, he's pictured lounging in his jacuzzi with the moon in the shot, with the caption reading, "Oh, so warm water swirling around you makes you feel good. I'm Matman." More than suspicious to say the least, considering he died 6 days later in a tub with warm water swirling around him. So let's take a moment to consider that behind the scenes in Hollywood, there are individuals who openly embrace occult practices and mysticism. It's worth noting that mainstream media has a way of tapping into our collective energy, a topic I've discussed in previous videos. A particularly potent time for energy harvesting is during a full moon, when emotions tend to be heightened during lunar cycles. When a prominent celebrity passes away, especially one who has been a daily presence in the lives of people around the world, it's natural for them to feel a profound sense of loss, given the deep connection they've formed with the characters portrayed. Some of you guys may ask, well, why would they want to harvest our energy? And I mean, in my opinion, it's for a multitude of reasons. One is to control the mind, literally, and also to distract you from yourself and what you should be doing to better your life and the people around you. But aside from the energy harvesting, the memoir with tons of talk about coming face to face with death and his eerie Instagram post, let's dive into the numbers. Alright, so let's run through this one pretty quickly here and I'll show you what I found. So for those who have already seen my Instagram post, you would have already known that Matthew Perry died leaving 64 days in the year. That's October 28th. And notice his name, Matthew Perry equals 64, like the word kill. As we know from the reports, it's stated that he drowned in a hot tub or jacuzzi, and that's oddly suspicious considering they stated there wasn't any immediate drugs found, nor was there any foul play, and he was literally playing pickleball 2 hours before, a pretty physical activity, so you would think he's pretty aware, so it's definitely strange. However, notice that the date numerology, October 28th, equates to 38, and the word drowned equals 38, along with the word death, Chandler, the name of his character, and sitcom, which, of course, that's what he's best known for, the show Friends, a big sitcom. Again, we always factor in the date numerology, and here we can see that Matthew Perry died on a date with prime numerology of 81 and a life lesson number of 45. Notice the word ritual equals 81 and 45. But what's also very interesting is that the creators of the show Friends, the show he's most popularly known for, David Crane and Marta Kaufman, both equate to 81 and 45 in the 4 base ciphers, matching with the date numerology. I mean, what are the odds that the star of Friends dies on a date with perfect numerical alignment with both creators of the show Friends? On top of that, Matthew died 38 days from Marta's birthday. Again, we know 38 is connected to the words drowned, death, sitcom, and Chandler, his character name. While still on the topic of the creators, you can see Matthew died 76 days from David Crane's birthday, the other creator. Note, being the fictional last name of Matthew's character equates to 76, like hot tub, which is where his body was found dead. Now here it gets pretty interesting because we know that Matthew died on a full moon, but the full moon in particular that he died on is actually considered the hunter's moon, and this is the first full moon after the harvest moon, known for its bright, prolonged illumination, aiding hunters in tracking prey during autumn evenings. And notice that hunter's moon equals 54, and Matthew died at the age of 54. And his first name, Matthew, equals 540. Using the rules of numerology, we're left with 54 in the Sumerian cipher. And again, there's that IG post of him in that hot tub or jacuzzi with the moon in the focal point of the image. Now, earlier I talked about how Matthew had actually released a memoir. It was released on November 1st of 2022. That date actually has prime numerology of 54. Again, in that memoir, he often talked about death, the Faustian prayer, or bargain for that matter, and how he honestly wishes he could have a more normal life and avoid all of the hardships he's dealt with despite getting all the fame. But it is interesting to see that he did die at the age of 54. That memoir came out on a date with prime numerology of 54, and we now know that Matthew equals 540 in the Sumerian cipher. Here I'm just showing how Matthew Perry, Sacrifice, and Faustian Bargain all equal 62 in the reduction ciphers. Then here you can see that Chandler Bing equals 65, and notice that youngest member equals 65, and he actually was the youngest member out of the 6 main cast members.
Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
Alright, this one's a pretty trippy connection, so, make of it what you will, but I did notice that from Chandler's fictional birthday from the show Friends, April 8th, 1968, to the day he actually died in real life is a span of 666 months. For those that remember from the Halloween Decode, we know that October is the month that equals 666 in the reverse Sumerian cipher. And it is interesting that he died on the last couple of days of October leading up to Halloween. For those of you that don't know, October is the only month out of the 12 that actually equates to 33 in the 4 base ciphers. And if you guys remember from that news clip in the beginning, it stated that it was a big loss for Hollywood to lose the actor Matthew Perry. And notice that the words actor and Hollywood both equate to 33, a number we talk about all the time, and I've actually made a whole video on it that you can check out here. Now, the last thing that I want to add, as I'm sure there's probably more I could cover, but truthfully, I think this is enough in one little short video to kind of get, that other perspective per se. But you can see that pickleball, which was the sport he was playing 2 hours before his passing, equates to 83 and 38, with a perfect match with the cause of his death being that he drowned, which equals 83 and 38. And then the word murder equals 83 and 38. And again, it is madly suspicious that he just drowned in a hot tub with no foul play and no immediate signs of drugs. So how does that actually happen? But I guess we will find out as this story develops. But guys, there's the video, short and sweet. Comment down below what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.